right, good afternoon, cyber friends. This is Midiman coming at you again from Walk Studio back in Studio B. And we want to say we give God all the praise and honor. Give him all the glory for life, health, and strength. Thank you for as well as it is. Thank you for each and every one of you. But as y'all see here, this title of my video this afternoon is I'm remembering Reverend Eddie B. Washington. Midiman remembers Reverend Eddie B. Washington. I want to say, first of all, up front, that my mind been on Reverend Washington all day. My mind fell on him early this morning. And matter of fact, Reverend Washington was one of the pastors where I played at the church in Dawson, Georgia, Jerusalem, Missionary Baptist Church in Terrell County. And he was the pastor there when I first went there to play as the minister of music. And I must say that I enjoyed most of my time there at Jerusalem. That loved the people. The people was golden. And Pastor Washington was just like he was salt of the earth. And I really did care a lot for Pastor Washington. And we and his wife, Sister Lodessa, I hate to say the word lost, because we ain't lost nobody. But he transitioned with us this beginning of this year. I don't know whether it was from the pandemic or whatever, but I do know Reverend Washington transitioned earlier this year. And my mind been on him all day today. Yeah, I mean, my mind got on and fell on him this morning. And I remembering some of the things that me and him used to talk about. And like I said, salt of the earth guy, golden, good guy, fair man. Couldn't act for no better. And I never will forget when I first went to Jerusalem, my buddy Floyd Carter took me there and to rehearse the choir one. I want to say it was one Tuesday night. I want to say that. It may have been a Monday night. I don't remember now. It's been quite a few years ago, but nevertheless, Pastor Washington, he was there that night, and he was in the back in the annex, and his pastor stood, I believe it was, and while I was up there with the choir for a few moments, trying to feel them over to see what they had and let them get a taste of me and everything. And I never will forget what Pastor Washington, when he came up to the front in the sanctuary, and he came up there and he addressed everybody in the choir and everything. And the thing he told them, he looked every one of them in the eye, told them straight up, the musician is in charge. I never will forget that. The musician is in charge. And from that night on forward, up until Pastor Washington left Jerusalem, he left Jerusalem, and I was left there. And I hated when Dr. Washington left Jerusalem. I really did. But at any rate, my mind been on him all day. And some things that me and him used to talk about. I've seen some stuff that happened just him recently that he used to tell me about. He told me, Doc, he said, you know what? He said, everything, when you try to do what's right, everybody not always going to agree with you. Some people going to go against you even when you right. And they're going to turn on you when you right. So you ain't got to worry about them. You ain't got to worry about that. That's going to happen. That's a given. He said, when you walk upright and go straight, you can count on people going to be against you. You can count on that. And he said, people that was with you, they start out with you, they'll end up leaving you out there on the limb. And they'll chop it off if you don't mind. And, I thought about a lot of stuff that he used to tell me, and me and him talked about it. And I've seen it happen just him recently. Everything he done told me, I done seen it happen here recently about the different things, like the attitudes of certain people. In other words, like when it comes to the word of God, when you trying to do the best you can, people will use, because see, they forget that you're a human too, and you got shortcomings and you got weaknesses just as well as anybody else. But they expect you, just because you got a Bible study, you can't do nothing wrong. And if you just stump your toe just a little bit, they ready to throw you out with the bad water. In other words, they're throwing the baby out with the bad water. I remember Dr. Washington tell me all that kind of stuff like that. I really do. And like I said, my mind been on him all day today. It's been really, my mind been reminiscing over him all this day, and about some of the things that me and him used to talk about. And even after the fact, after he left Jerusalem, we had planned on getting together out there in my studio. Me and him come together, and we were gonna get together and do some things. Pastor Washington was a preacher that could preach and he could sing. Yes, he could. And I really do miss him. I miss him a lot. And but nevertheless, I just had to say, you know, we are praying and we are hoping that Sister Lodessa is still faring well, and we haven't forgotten you either, Sister Lodessa, and we hope that Pastor Washington, all his family, children, stepchildren, whatever it might be, brothers and sisters that are yet surviving him, we wish y'all well, and we wanted you to know that Reverend Washington was A-OK with the Midiman, and like I said, he told the old nuggets he used to tell me, and me and him talked about it. I've seen it happen, just him recently, about how people will talk behind your back. They say they with you, but they talk behind your back, trying to destroy your reputation and get you on the bad side. Said, don't worry about it, they're gonna come. Everything he told me, I've seen it happen in just a little while. I ain't talking about no long while. I just seen it here just in a little while, here in about the last couple of months. You see the people that you thought, was all right, and they turned out to be so all right. But nevertheless, we want to say we all remember Dr. Washington, in a very special way. And like I said, one of his favorite songs, hymns, I remember I used to love to play it behind him. And he used to sing, I Need Thee. And that was one of his favorite hymns that he would always sing right before we had worship service on the second Sunday. That's like I said, that's when I was playing at Jerusalem over in Terrell County. So we had a good time. We had a real good time at that particular place over in Jerusalem. Jerusalem was a very, very friendly church. Loved the people. The people was outstanding over there. I didn't have no problem with nobody over there and everything. But Midiman just will remember Dr. Washington, and the whole thing that he had told me, what I had just seen, recently. Everything we and him used to talk about, I've seen it surface up in this the last couple of months. People that, you think, and you be giving them credit, and they be killing you behind your back, you don't even know it. But that's all right. Remember, Judas betrayed Jesus with a kiss. But nevertheless, he played right into the part. He was playing right into the part. Judas played his part into getting Jesus to the cross. Everything was all good. So, like I said, Midiman, in respect to Pastor Eddie B. Washington and his family that he left behind, and momentarily, until we all have that great reunion one day in the sweet by and by, we would just want to say the old Midiman remembers him, and we are saying that to his family, the remaining family members and everybody that he left behind. Well, we wish you farewell, and God bless each and every one of you, and may God keep you is my prayer. And like I said, we are forever grateful. And to the Jerusalem Missionary Baptist Church family, we want to give y'all a special shout out and a hello as well, and hoping that y'all are doing doing great, and we hope that y'all are, continue to do good in your endeavor in the uplifting of God's kingdom. That is my prayer. This is Midiman saying, whatever you do, whatever you get into it, God ain't in it. Please, ma'am, please, sir, come on out of it, because it's going to come to nothing. Till the next video, next Bible study, whichever comes first. This is Midiman saying peace and good day.